Welcome back, and as I said, it is a world first that this week, throughout the week, we will be screening here on Ed 190, as well as Go TV in Kenya, Channel 65, documentaries from 49 sub-Saharan countries. It all started yesterday, it continues. So every single documentary that will be aired here in Durban, you get to see where you are sitting at home, whether be it in Kenya, whether be it right here in South Africa on DSTV or anywhere else in Africa. It's the first time that this is happening, and we are welcoming now with us on set, we've got Dawn, who is the CEO of AfriDocs. Dawn, thank you for joining us.
Afternoon, Tabo. How are you
And
doing?
we've got Tony as well. And Tony, you are from the Durban Film Office, and you're also from Durban Arts, and you are putting together what is happening here.
Yes, thank you.
Fantastic. And Tiny, of course, joining us from UKZN Center for Creative Arts. Tiny, also a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
Don, let's begin with you, firstly. Your involvement with the Durban Film Festival. Why did AfriDocs decide to be part of this festival?
Well, as a documentary filmmaker born and bred in Africa, our first attempt has been to get our films out to audiences across the continent. And that's always been a struggle. It's always been difficult. We've had festivals like the Durban International Film Festival to screen at, other festivals around the continent, but to reach wider audiences has always been really difficult. So this gives us an opportunity to reach those audiences by combining screenings here at the film festival with the broadcast on Channel 190, Channel 8.
We'll talk a little bit more about that groundbreaking initiative. But Dawn, 35 years of the festival. It's the biggest in South Africa. What does it take to keep an initiative like this running?
Well, the festival is quite an animal, a large piece of machinery that really is a 365 days a year operation. I think many people that come through to the festival and enjoy what goes on in the festival over the week that it happens don't actually realize the operation behind it and what it actually takes to put something like that on.
Now, Tony, what can we expect? I mean, a film festival goer, what can they expect from coming here?
Well, you know, the Durban International Film Festival is probably the most exciting film program in South Africa, if not on the continent of Africa. It's a time when film professionals from across the globe land in Durban. It's very exciting. There's a lot of networking going on. There's a lot of cocktails going on. There's a lot of workshops going on in terms of industry development. And then, of course, there's the film screenings, which are very important and, you know, obviously something that you want to factor into your program. But in general, it's just a very exciting time. As a film professional, as someone trying to get into the film industry or someone trying to develop their projects, there's no better place to be than to be in Durban during this period.
Tani, what does DIFF 2014 or DIFF in general bring to the film industry at large?
I think firstly, for the 35 years that the film festival has existed, it's always been about taking films that are very difficult to access as African audiences and taking them out to communities for them to see them. So we have over 11 screening venues across the city where we are making sure that people can go and be able to see films in their neighborhoods. And that's always been at the very core of our mission. Over the last few years, the festival has also grown with an industry program that allows film professionals to come, network, and be in a position to meet each other and develop further projects and also exchange ideas about how the concept of African cinema can be a reality.
Don't tell us about some of the titles that people will be able to view on Ed as well as on Go TV, but also here at the festival.
So you've heard about Soft Vengeance. You've just been talking to Albie Sachs and the filmmaker Abby Ginsberg. Then we've got Concerning Violence, which is a really interesting film using archival footage from the end of the 60s, the 70s, with words by Frantz Fanon, his Wretched of the Earth, narrated by Lauren Hill. An amazing look at colonialism, and when you relate it to Rihad Desai's film, Miners Shot Down, which is also screening here, you can look at what colonialism, the effects of colonialism still are around today. other films, we've got Coach Zoran and his African Tigers, which is about the first national football team in the South Sudan, obviously a new country wanting a national football team, and well, things don't always go as well as they should.
Yeah.
We've got Plot for Peace, looking at the dismantling of apartheid, some new footage coming out of that, and looking at a story that hasn't really been told before.
And for talent in Durban, talent in Africa in general, Tony, what does the Durban Film Festival bring for the talent, and what sort of talent can people expect to see at this festival?
Well, specifically for me, heading up the Durban Film Art, which is a program that we established in partnership with the Durban International Film Festival just over 5 years ago. It is having its 5th birthday this year. We have established a program for talent over a period of 4 days that enables emerging filmmakers, but also intermediate filmmakers and professional level filmmakers to be able to engage with a range of experts and film professionals from across the globe to learn how business is done across the globe. And it's a very exciting opportunity especially for young talents. Just last night, a young talent came to me and was just so excited about the program that she had participated in over the last 3 days, and actually said to me, that she had learned more in 3 days about the business of film than she had in her 4 years of university studies. And of course, university studies are very important, but that's, I think, very exciting for us to hear, because that's really what it's about. It's about providing a platform for these filmmakers to really be able to engage with the rest of the world, to understand how the global market works, and eventually to be able to access the global markets with their projects.
Now, we've just had Abby Ginsberg sitting there raving about the opening film. How easy is it to pick an opening film that works like that?
Well, I'm not responsible for picking the opening film, but I certainly do see the pain and the glory that the festival manager and the programmers go through in selecting the opening film, and it certainly doesn't look like an easy task. I think this year's opening film was a very good pick. I think it was a great film. Especially in terms of its technical delivery. It really was a beautiful film to watch. I wouldn't want to be that person who's responsible for picking the opening night film.
Tani, what made the film resonate with you in particular?
I think, as with most films that we try and program into the festival, it's people seeing themselves on screen. And I think that's why this festival is important, because it creates a platform for South African audiences to see stories that are about them in their language. But also I think we're particularly proud of this film because it is a film that was really made by a core team of KZN filmmakers. A lot of them not living in KZN anymore, but it's really nice to see talent come back to the festival and for us to know that this is one of our own.
Don, why did you decide on this whole week just to screen African documentary films, and who are you partnering with? Whose initiative was it?
It was our initiative together with Channel Ed. Our main partner in AfriDocs is the Bertha Foundation, which is a philanthropic foundation, which allows us to buy the licenses or pay for the licenses for the films. But mostly for us, it's to make a noise, because documentary filmmakers spend a lot of time, a lot of passion making films, and they want their films to be seen. So how do we do that? We need to find special events, and a film festival is a special event. So by creating a film festival on your screen, as it were, combined with a big film festival like Durban, it allows those filmmakers the opportunity for their films to be seen by a much wider audience.
Why is it that there's such limited exposure to African content in the rest of the world, but even on our screens here locally?
Look, documentary films ask difficult questions many times. I mean, there are films that are both entertaining as well as seriously political. But sometimes they ask questions which are a little bit uncomfortable. And I think we, as broadcasters, need to understand that the audiences are looking for films that stimulate their ideas, stimulate their thinking, allows them to look at their own societies, allows them to dig a bit deeper into the questions that people are raising. And documentary filmmakers spend a lot of time researching. They look for good characters. And the results are something that should be seen very widely.
It's hashtag Film Festival at home on Twitter. Ed190 is the Twitter handle where you can follow us and be part of the conversation. This afternoon, we're coming live from the Southern Sun Elangeni Hotel here in Durban at the 35th Durban International Festival. We'll continue when we come back with Tony, Tiny, and Dawn and just find out really what makes the festival tick and what are the experiences that you stand to have when you come over here. Stay with us. We're back after the break.